Hey, I'm Scott, and I am an American in Bangkok. Today, I've got a letter came through my uh, website through the web form from Mr. Bill. Mr. Bill writes in, "Dear Mr. Mallon, love your YouTube channel. For once, someone who really tells it like it is. I used to live in Bangkok going on 10 years ago. In a few more years, I'll be 50, and I'm thinking of heading back to Asia. My question is simple. With the changes in Thailand, can an expat who meets and exceeds the required immigration and banking checks purchase a home in Thailand? No. Or does it have to be through his spouse who is Thai? Yes, but not always the wisest move. If it's the latter, I'll just rent. You better rent. Or you could consider buying a condo. You can own a condo 100% as long as the building has not reached its 49% foreigner quota. Uh, the other question, which is related, is can I get around this problem and purchase a home if I start some sort of LLC, like an online business of some sort? Or would it have to be a brick and mortar store? Thanks, and if you want, please feel free to put this on your YouTube blog. Best regards, Mr. Bill." Okay, so in answer to your second question, you cannot own a house, period. You will not own a house. You will not own land. Now, you can, through a legitimate company, that is a company that is being used and you're actually doing business with it, you can set up an arrangement where you can lease land, you can build a house on that land for a period of, I think it's 30 years now. But that's the best you're going to do. Now, as far as starting a business that's online, what most people do, and I think what's a good idea, is that in Thailand, how it's normal for houses to be, they're shop houses. They are houses and businesses. So what you do is you set up your home as your business, and then you have an online business as well. You may not be doing business inside of Thailand, but you're doing business online, and I think that that's sufficient. That's the way that I would do it. So, if you want to set up a legitimate business where you're selling things online, you set up your business here in Thailand. But then again, it's going to be a little more difficult because you're going to have to fork over the working capital, the starting capital, rather. I believe it's 2 million baht for Americans. What's the paper? It's either 2 or 3 million baht. So you got to come up with a substantial amount of cash, and then for every person that has a work permit, which you need if you're working, you got to have 4 Thais that are working for you and that you're paying taxes, or they're paying taxes rather. So that makes it a little bit cost prohibitive. But I hope that answers your questions. I don't know, I don't know what the answer is really when it comes to what your situation is, but maybe you want to buy a condo. That way you own it outright. The only thing about a condo is it's like an apartment, If you buy a place and you're stuck next to somebody you don't like, then what? What are you going to do? That's the thing about a house. You can buy a piece of land that's out in the middle of nowhere, and then you plop down a little house, even a temporary house. That's what my wife's sister did. She put down. She had a beautiful piece of land. I think I have a video up of it somewhere. And she just put this little cinder block working house. It was just basically there so that she could go out into the rubber fields and work while she was building her permanent home. And that worked very well for her. She got a big, huge piece of land. I mean, it was very big. You had to cross over, I think it was 11 creeks to be able to get to her place. She had a 4x4. Not the easiest place to get to, but for me, that would be a good thing. I like that. I don't want people just walking up into my house and banging on the door whenever they feel like it. But anyway, I hope that helps. So until next time, I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok. Chok di, leo chokan mai.